What's up, Guardians? Zeus here. And today we're diving into a battlefield shift you need to know about. In my last Area of Conquest, I dropped a quick mention of a new Galahad team featuring Kayla, and now it's time to pull back the curtain. This lineup isn't just shaking things up. It's rewriting how you approach offense and survivability. Stick around, because the way these heroes work together might just change your next arena. Guild War. Or Clash of Worlds battle plan. This team composition brings together Galahad with Oliver, Kayla with Albus, Lyria with Biscuit, Tristan with Fenris, and Sebastian without a personal pet. The overall team pet can be either Axel or Chorus, depending on the enemy lineup, with the war flag of Swift Warriors boosting their overall performance. The reason this specific war flag works so well here is simple: 4 out of the 5 heroes in this lineup have the warrior role. While Galahad personally performs better with the war flag of Fervor, the Swift Warriors flag ends up giving the whole squad greater overall value. You might recognize this lineup as a twist on the popular Lara Croft composition. But here, Kayla steps into Lara's role. So, what exactly makes Kayla different? And why is this version of the team gaining traction, first in the Area of Conquest, and now, according to recent reports, in arenas, guild wars, and even Clash of Worlds? Kayla on her own can be fragile without Aidan's support, often getting eliminated quickly before she can have an impact. But in this setup, she manages to survive and thrive. The secret? The synergy between Kayla and Lyria? Lyria's skill, Bond of Alliance, creates a link between them, granting Kayla 20% vampirism, meaning 20% of the damage Kayla deals is converted into healing for both herself and Lyria. While this doesn't fully replace Aidan's protective presence, it still gives Kayla a reliable way to recover health mid-fight. On top of that, Kayla's mix of heavy pure and physical damage pairs perfectly with Lyria's artifact, which grants an additional 50,000 armor penetration, ensuring Kayla's hits punch through defenses at full power. The battle positioning adds another interesting layer. Galahad stands at the very front, drawing enemy fire. Kayla, with her mobility, leaps straight into the enemy's backline. Lyria takes the 3rd position, followed by Tristan in the 4th. This arrangement is important, because Tristan's violet skill, Blessed Vanguard, grants him energy whenever the heroes in front of him gain energy. He receives 50% of the energy gained by Lyria and Kayla, and a massive 70% from Galahad. This means Tristan can unleash his ultimate far more often, activating his artifact to add armor penetration for the entire team at a higher frequency. The synergy between Tristan and the other 3 front heroes is incredibly tight, keeping the offensive pressure constant. Now, the real magic starts with Galahad's design. He's not your typical defensive tank. Most tanks focus on pure protection, stacking armor, dodge, or shields to soak up damage for the team. Julius, for instance, has no defensive artifact, but still prioritizes protective abilities. Galahad takes the opposite approach. His skill set is aggressively offensive, and even his artifact boosts physical attack for the entire team, a unique trait no other tank shares. This makes him especially dangerous when surrounded by high damage allies. His most devastating ability is Iron Skies, where he brings down the sword of justice directly onto his enemies. With Ascension upgrades, this attack also applies retaliation to enemies under 30% health, making it a lethal finisher. Combined with his Violet skill, Pride of Faroon, Iron Skies gains pure damage, on top of its already high physical damage. Fully maxed out, Galahad can unleash up to 12 sword strikes, 7 from the base skill, plus 5 from Ascension. Each sword can deal around 29,000 physical damage, and 17,000 pure damage, totaling roughly 550,000 damage. If all strikes land, and that's without any external boosts. Lyria plays a second critical role, beyond healing. Her passive aura cripples dodge-based teams by reducing dodge by nearly 30,000, calculated as 30% of her physical attack, plus a flat 6,500 bonus. This single mechanic can dismantle the defenses of heroes like Dante and Aurora. On top of that, her aura increases the physical damage enemies take from every physical hit, scaling at 10% of her physical attack. For Galahad and other physical damage dealers in the team, this is a massive force multiplier. Sebastian ties the whole composition together. His buffs push the team's critical hit rate higher, allowing more double damage strikes to land. His skill, Striking Solo, adds a layer of pure damage to attacks from heroes who normally wouldn't deal it, letting the team bypass armor and keep the pressure on, regardless of the enemy's defenses. As for counters, I'll be making a dedicated video showing exact team builds that can take this setup down. But for now, it's worth noting that during Area of Conquest, Ishmael-based teams performed very well against it. Another vulnerability is a strong backline presence. For example, Martha can heavily influence the battle's outcome. Since Kayla cannot bypass Martha directly to take out the rest of the team, Martha often becomes a brick wall that stalls Kayla's impact. Alright, Guardians, let's wrap this up. Today we broke down exactly why this team works. From Galahad's aggressive, offense-first tanking style, to the deadly synergy between Kayla and Lyria, Tristan's constant armor penetration boosts, and Sebastian's Crete-fueled finishing power. We also touched on the team's weak spots, like how Ishmael-based lineups and strong backline defenders can throw a wrench in their plans. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you faced this setup in your battles? Have you tried running it yourself? Drop your thoughts, your victories, and even your defeats in the comments, so we can compare notes and sharpen our strategies together. If you found value in this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, so you're always ready for the next game-changing insight. Remember, in Hero Wars, every move counts. Play smart, strike with purpose, and the battlefield will always be yours. Salute and friendship.